Yes, people, what's happening? Welcome back to the channel and welcome to another video. First things first, guys, make sure you smash the like, subscribe if you're new around here, and as always, leave your thoughts in the comments below. And it is the morning after the night before. England have lost again in a major final, going down 2-1 to Spain in Berlin in the European Championships final. And yeah, obviously, I just want to start this by saying that, the best team won. Spain thoroughly deserved it. No complaints, 7 out of 7, the best team in the tournament quite comfortably. Can't really have any complaints other than the fact that how defensive England were set up. And obviously, I think, to be honest, I know loads of people saying, oh, it's coming home and all this nonsense. I was hoping really England would win rather than expecting it. And now that dust has settled, we've got to call it what it was. We got bailed out by individual moments of brilliance. That's what got us to the final, plus a very kind draw. And it obviously kept us in the final as well with Cole Palmer's moment of brilliance. But moments of brilliance, Watkins, Palmer, Bellingham, Saka, etc., all throughout the tournament. We played probably 45 minutes of good football. That was the first half against the Netherlands. And we've been really, really disappointing overall. And we've been relying on screamers, which is just completely unsustainable. It would have been, I don't want to sit here and say it would have been bad for football, but football would have been a bit of a loser if England had somehow shithoused their way to a tournament win. Obviously gutted, but it is what it is. Once again, England cannot get over the line. And ultimately, that responsibility falls on Gareth Southgate. And, for as well as he's done in his 4 tournaments and charged 2 finals and a semi-final and whatnot, his defensive football, for me personally, is what's holding the team back. It is absolutely holding us back. There is no way that we do not have the talent to be playing better football than we're playing and for opposition teams to be scared of us. People aren't scared of playing England because we play with the handbrake on, and that all comes from the manager. And as well as he's done in terms of, getting results, his style of play is absolutely awful. He shithoused his way to another final. We've had ridiculous levels of luck in pretty much every tournament draw he's been in, bar maybe Qatar. But certainly the deep runs we've had ridiculous luck in the draw. And he never seems to learn from his mistakes whatsoever. Last night I wasn't expecting England to turn up and play unbelievable football. You know what Spain are going to do. They're very, very good with the ball. They kept large amounts of possession. We struggled to get into the game, particularly in that first half. An opportunity through Foden. But, I don't know what happened. I don't know if Mauricio Pochettino snuck in at half-time and gave the team talk. We come out second half. He thought it'd be boosted by still being in the game and Rodri obviously going off through injury. And we literally concede 2 minutes into the second half. We're at 6s and 7s. We're all over the gaff. In fairness, he makes changes earlier than we would have expected. But that was required. We shouldn't be giving praise for doing the bare minimum. I just wanted to touch on Harry Kane. Absolutely dreadful again. In my opinion, shouldn't have started the final. Shouldn't have started a number of games for England this tournament. It was clear from the first 2 or 3 games that he wasn't fit. Something wasn't right. He wasn't at it. England set up to play defensive, low block football and hit on the counter. Yet Kane does no running in behind, and Southgate plays no players that run beyond him. Look what he has at Bayern Munich, your Gnabry's, your Musialas, your Comans, your Sanes and whatnot, running beyond him. England set up in that defensive nature to play on the counter-attack, don't have the pace or the runners to be able to play that way. And yet Southgate persisted with Kane every single game, watched him be shit every single game, and still played him. How does that make sense? How on earth does that make any sense whatsoever? I cannot understand it. I cannot fathom it. It makes no sense whatsoever. And people say, oh, yeah, but Kane, record goal scorer and all that, if you get a chance or whatever, then he's likely to stick it away. Cool. But ultimately, he hampered the team. And, it is no denying that every time Kane was off the pitch, we looked a lot better as a team. This is not me shitting on Kane as an individual, fantastic footballer. But the way that this team is set up is not conducive to getting the best out of Harry Kane. So why watch him struggle every game and continue to pick him regardless of other people doing better and other people offering a threat and being more suited to what we're looking to do? Couldn't get my head around that whatsoever. The use of Cole Palmer in a tournament was baffling as well. Absolutely baffling for me. He played just 145 minutes, across the whole tournament. Given the season that he's had, given the fact that he was making an impact from the bench every single time he came on, how on earth did he not feature more? Why did Southgate not trust him more? Why did he not start more games? Clearly capable. And this is not me saying that Palmer's a better player than Phil Foden, but in an England shirt, you cannot argue that Palmer has more of an impact and is better suited to this England side than Phil Foden was. And again, it comes down to a manager not being brave enough, not having the bollocks to make big calls. And players should be playing on form. Players should be playing that deserve to play. And, Foden started every single game, and bar maybe the first half against the Netherlands, had a really poor tournament, in my opinion. And it's about being brave. It's about having the bollocks to make big decisions. And this manager simply does not have them. Simply does not have them at all. I mean, Palmer, from a Chelsea perspective, obviously, fantastic, great finish, great goal. Should have played more, treated poorly by Southgate. But then once again, we score. We're banging the game with 15 minutes or so to go. And we sit back again. We retreat. We had Spain were on the ropes. You felt England were in the ascendancy and another goal was coming. We then sit back, allow them to have the ball. They grow back into the game, get confidence. Lamine Yamal goes close with an effort that forces a good save from Pickford. And then we just get done with 4 minutes remaining. A great ball in from Cucurella, and Olasabo is there. Olafabal is there to tuck it past Pickford. And we go close with a Declan Rice header and a John Stones thing cleared off the line. But ultimately, it's too little too late. And it's the same old questions of England. Can't play, not good enough at keeping possession, not good enough with the ball. And whenever they play a good team, we fall short and we lose. And it's the same again. And for me, it is an absolute travesty that we are playing the sort of shithouse football that you would expect from a side that is, battling relegation in the Premier League or fighting to survive, relegation from a league or whatever. You'd think that, I'd have no problem with us playing this way if we didn't have the quality and that's how we had to play to get the results. None of these players play this way for their clubs. None of them. It's all front foot. It's attacking football. It's looking to make things happen. England don't start playing until they go a goal down. Why? Why is that? Why do we not start playing until we go a goal down? Can someone please explain that to me? Because I can't get my head around it. It literally no sense what we're doing whatsoever. Everything we've done this tournament just didn't make any sense. We played shit pretty much from the first whistle to the last whistle, bar 45 minutes. And Southgate has to be done. It's time to go. He has to go. We cannot continue with this guy. He's had 4 tournaments now. He's created a great culture. He's got people excited playing for England. He's got the country behind the national team. Great. But when it comes down to the nitty gritty of it, he hasn't got it in him to get England over the line. He's not got a winning bone in his body. Neither does the captain. And there's a reason why we keep coming up short. And that is because we play negative football and we have got a loser in the dugout. That might sound harsh, but that is the reality of the situation. And look, Spain thoroughly deserved to win this tournament, by the way. But England's attack was dreadful. Absolutely dreadful this tournament. I mean, look at the quality of players we've got, and then look at what we produced here in Euro 2024. England's attack at Euro 2024 per 90 minutes. 8th for goals, 11th for non-penalty goals, 19th for shots, expected goals 21st, and non-penalty XG 23rd. How on earth can you have the likes of Saka, Foden, Palmer, Bellingham, Kane, Watkins, Tony, etc., and produce attacking stats like that? We are playing anti-football, and there is no excuses for playing the way that we played in this tournament with the quality of players we have. You cannot play this negative football with this quality of players. I'm not saying we have to go out there and blow teams away 3, 4, 5-0 every game. Just play on the front foot. Show a little bit of ambition. Don't play with the handbrake on. I've seen a great analogy of Southgate that England are like Formula One cars behind the safety car. That is exactly what we are. It's almost like we're scared to have a go. We're scared to play. We're told to take a safety first approach, and then we have a go when it's too late. And ultimately, as I've said throughout the tournament, your luck will run out. You cannot win a tournament on relying on individual brilliance to get you through every single game. Let's have a look at how we got to this final in the first place. Easy draw, penalties against Switzerland, last minute bicycle kick from Jude Bellingham, last minute winner from Ollie Watkins. This stuff is not sustainable. And if Southgate had just been a bit more ballsy, was a bit more brave, had an attacking bone in his body, then things could have been different. Things really could have been different. But you can't turn up at a final expecting to win where you're not good enough with the ball. You set the team up in a way that doesn't get the best out of your record goal scorer, and you don't start playing until the other team score. These are all recipes for an absolute disaster. And once again, we've come up short in a final. Once again, we have lost. And I've got no idea when we are next going to get a trophy in our hands. I just can't see it. I don't know what's going to happen with Southgate. He needs to go. He cannot be in charge for the next World Cup. Harry Kane cannot be England's first choice forward going into the next World Cup. And we've got to change the way that we play, because I think the only thing that's holding this team back from winning is a winning mentality in the dugout and a more progressive attacking style of football. Those are the two things holding us up. We've got the quality. Yes, okay, technically we might need to improve. We've got the quality. We've got the personnel to do it. Now it's about getting a winning manager, and it's about playing a more attacking brand of football that suits the way that these players play at their clubs. And we've seen enough evidence now to suggest that Southgate is not the guy to move England forward anymore. He's had a good run at it, and it's time to pack up. It's the end of the road for Southgate, boys to men. End of the road for Gareth. We thank him for what he's done, and it's time to go. Simple as that for me. But there we go, guys. Those are my thoughts on England. Poor tournament in my opinion, performance-wise. Came up short again. Southgate's got to go. Negative football. And yeah, we go again, and hope maybe something changes in the next 2 years. But guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Smash the like, subscribe if you're new around here, and I'll catch you in another one soon. Peace out.